Yo guys, what's going on? It's Adam. We are back with another episode of Valiant Hearts, The Great War. So we are right where we picked off last time. Uh, so we got a bunch of Germans here eating, looks like they love sausage, drinking beer, eating pretzels. How stereotypical. Oh, and we have new facts. So I'm not sure how I want to play this out. I think I will just briefly pause at each one. I might pick one to read out of the bunch because it seems like there are facts, multiple facts in each chapter, and that may prolong the entire episode itself and also take away from the gameplay. While it's important definitely to know some of these facts for anybody interested in learning about this war, I don't want it to take away from the gameplay and like progression of the level. So I'm just going to go ahead and briefly pause on each one. Again, pause the screen if you'd like to read each card, and I may pick out one that I want to read from. Yeah, this is interesting. Letters. So telephone and radios were only used for military means. Postal letters were sent free of charge, and yeah, that generated a lot of work, I guess. Visit from the postmaster was eagerly awaited. I bet people wanting to talk to their families and loved ones. So the dog is thirsty. Let's give him some water. Okay, and we got a neat little puzzle here. So it shows us water, fire, sausages, and we are in the Verst house. So, item, photo frame. Even though photography was not widespread, many soldiers had their photos taken before setting out for the war. Professional prints were developed on photo paper and applied to a hard backing to prevent tearing. Some photos were directly printed as postcards, especially group conscript photos. Nice. So it looks like we got a little picture of the daughter there. And here's Carl. Reunited.
Marie, est-ce que ça va?
Asking about Maria.
Dearest Papa, we live in a climate of uncertainty. Germans use the people of Saint-Miel as human shields against the French bombings. I hope the Germans treat you well, and that your wound has healed. Your grandson sends you kisses. I sent you a picture of him. All my love. Please write soon.
Adieu, Cloud.
Okay. Trying to remain unseen. Alright, so we gotta make us some sausages here. And we see several different things that we can activate. So this one leads to the fire. The wheel here leads to the water, so we need to do water first. Add some water. And then we'll heat it up. And then drop in the sausages. Alright. Can we grab this guy? And now let's bring it out to the soldiers here. That doesn't look good. Oh! Alright. Yep, we're going back inside. And the dog is helping us out. Thank you.
Merci.
Let's see. So we have a companion with us. So we can actually call the dog over to us, which is really cool. We can pet the dog, which is awesome. And the dog can actually go and help that guy, I believe. Let's see. No? Maybe I have to help him. Okay, I have to help him. Where's Carl, man? He is in a Zeppelin, apparently. Oh, and there's Carl. Alright, we're gonna take some wine. So this is cool. The dog can go through there. And we see that there's a handle up there in the tree. We need that handle to be able to activate this guy. So we're gonna use our trusty wine bottle. Oop. Knock that down.
What?
And we'll ask our dog to fetch. Easy peasy. Thank you. Okay, so we got a lever over there. We're gonna need to pull that. And yep, counterbalance. Nailed it. This game is just amazing. I love how, I mean, it's two-dimensional, but the backgrounds, it's never boring for me. It always, there's always something going on. Just checking the left side there to make sure we didn't miss an item. Okay. No items up there, so it looks like we can dig with the spoon. I love it. Just scooping shit out with the old ladle. Dude, this is like, is there, what is it? Assault and Sanctuary. There's a ladle only run. Let's go. Alright, so this is kind of cool. I remember this. So the dog actually whimpers and barks because there are explosives right here. So if we walk into that, we blow up. So instead of going there, we're actually going to take the ladder down. We can dig this way, get ourselves an item over here. So what do we have? Valiant Stories Contest Memorabilia. Lace Tightener made by Corporal Lucien something last name. Great-grandfather of Benoit Thiedrez from a melted down cartridge case. Lucien served as an electrician in a searchlight division whose mission was to illuminate enemy positions. Many thanks and congratulations to our winner, Benoit. Or Benoit. Benoit? Benoit? I'm not sure. Right, bust through with our trusty ladle. We see a ladder up there that we can knock down. Just look at the background here. Just absolutely incredible. Okay, so our dog has found something. A bone! Right, so we can use this to knock down the ladder. Sweet. And that gives us another item. Crucifix. So the majority of soldiers believed in God and some wore symbols of their religion. I'm going to go ahead and skip through some of these. Muslim soldiers from colonies were organized into separate battalions for practical reasons, and their beliefs were also respected. Halal food was provided as well as Muslim funeral services, so everybody's religion was honored and respected. That's great. Everybody has their own beliefs. Okay, so we're going to go back down here. Let me see. Can I use this to blow up all that stuff? Yeah. All right. So proud of myself. Figured it out. Dig through this. Okay. Gonna avoid the old bombs here. Another item. Compass. Yeah, use compasses to gain their bearings in open countryside. and those were used in conjunction with the HQ map. So we already saw something. Oh, that was close, about the compass. Let's carry on here. Uh-oh. Sausages?
What? Okay.
Hold up, man. Oh, no. Oh, get him off. Oh, no. No. Minutes earlier
The
on the other
British
side of the
troops
front.
continued their attack on Neuve-Chapelle. Their next objective, take back Port Arthur.
Okay.
You American, over there. Go down. Yeah, go, go.
Ha, you American.
Go on, boy. Let's go.
Ha, go on, boys. Let's go. Ooh, let's go, baby. Oh, shit. Take cover. And we're slower in the mud. Come on. Barbed wire. Go through, take cover. Let's go. Is that an item right there? Oh, it is an item. Okay. What do we have here? French coins. All troops were paid in their country of origin's currency, and paid compensation in the local currency. The British earned 1 shilling a day, five US dollars in nowadays currency. Holy shit! $5 a day. Wow. Business always prevails. The locals near the comment zone would agree on payment in foreign currencies as well. Okay, so we're going down here. Looks like we have another, some more dynamite to blow up here. So this moves this guy. He's telling us 2, 3, and 2. Right. Okay. Right, so we see these different boxes. This has a bunch of them. This has 2. That box has 3. This box has 1. So he wants 2, 3, and 2. So we're gonna give him that one, 2. Okay, move him over to the right. We will grab the 3 right here. Okay. Oh. I don't know. Okay, that seems right. And 2. Okay, no items in here. Let's take one of these for the road. We'll blow that up. Cool beans. Another shiny. Oh yeah, the kukuri knife. The kukuri knife was used by the Gurkhas, the British unit comprised of colonial Indian troops. Okay, this Nepalese weapon was standard issue and became a symbol of the Empire forces. Its heavy, thick, and curved blade was designed for striking as well as cutting. Interesting. Okay. Can't go, so we're climbing up. Yeah, this is... Man, okay. So we see Emil over there with the dog, and that car is coming down that hill. Gotta save him. Do you need help? Can you cut through wires? You know what? I actually can. Check this out. He's safe. The doggo is safe. Right, can we free Emil? Yes, sir.
Merci, mon ami. Du Ragnar. Carl Louis von North.
So they both want the same thing. Or at least they're both making progress towards the same
Amidst the
person.
never-ending attacks and counterattacks, Freddy and Emile hunted the elusive Baron and his regiment in Ypres. On April 22nd, 1915, chlorine gas was used for the first time by the Germans.
That would just be awful. Okay, so we can't go through there. But the dog can actually stay low and help us out.
Go, go, go!
Some more diary entries here. One from Freddy. On the march to Belgium where this damned regiment is stationed. Not alone at least. I met a funny old French guy, farmer guy, Emile. Doesn't say much, but if I understood right, his son-in-law is German. How crazy is that? Not a day goes by that I don't dream of you. So he is writing about someone. Okay, so we got two from Freddy. We missed one. I missed him by a whisker. Wait a minute. September 9th. Okay, yeah. So they're chronological. I missed him by a whisker. It won't happen again. My younger brother's letter was sweet. Gave me a real boost. It's good he's back in the States, miles away from this nightmare. That kid has a knack of getting himself into trouble. So we got two from Carl as well. Emile, there, right in front of me, sprawling on the ground. Why did his regiment have to come up against mine? Hope he pulls through. He's one tough cookie. I must find out what prisoner of war camp he's been taken to. At last I found Emile. Right, so we found him. Just moments before shells started flying. I hope he's managed to dodge the bombs. The letter he showed me filled my heart with joy. Maria's well and Victor is growing up. That's all that matters. Today the Germans invaded Saint-Miel. Fortunately the troops spared the farm. I took shelter in the cellar with Victor. Now it's going to happen. Okay, it sounds like Maria's in trouble. That is not good. Okay, so we see some hooks here, and we need to, it's telling us we need to go down. Doggo is digging right here, and if we go forward, yeah, we're gonna die from the gas. So, let's get down to business. A couple of levers here. Let's go and grab this item. First item of this section here, Canadian identification tag. At the start of the war, Canadian ID tags were formed by a large aluminum disc, which was because they were an emergency issue and had a unique shape. They were soon replaced by standard British tags, as were those of all British Empire forces. Cool beans. So, okay, so pull this up. So like I said, we can't jump down, so we can't actually just jump down there and continue right where we see an opening. We can have our doggo jump up there. Let's bring him down, I think. Oh, right, so our dog can actually activate levers for us, so we're going to have him. We're going to jump up here. We're going to have him go ahead and put us down. There we go. And we will continue through into this section. Alright. So here, this thing's supplying the toxic gas, and we have different wheels that we can turn to rotate these connectors, and the dog can actually rotate that one. And we see the sign over there that's asking for two things stacked on top of one another. So, I think, yep, I see that shiny back there. Let's go grab that first, before we solve this puzzle. Urine-soaked cloth. The only defense against a gas attack before masks was to cover the nose with a urine-soaked handkerchief. Ugh. Urine reacts with chlorine directly in the handkerchief to form less noxious products, limiting the effects. It was not the most hygienic solution, but it was always better than a lung full of hydrochloric acid. That is for damn sure. I can't even imagine having to use that to protect myself. Right. Let's move this car over. And we need to stack these guys, like in the picture, so we're gonna have our dog raise that. And then we're gonna have him drop it. Drop it. All right. So now we got our big stack. And, oh, wrong way. Gotta let go here. You can use this lever, right, to lift that up. Yeah, okay. So we fixed the broken pipe that was hanging off, or we shoved it back in place, and we rotated this, so now the gas is going out and feeding right back into this machine. And we need to do this same thing with the other one. So the gas comes out on the top there, and it is right. We need to turn this one. That top right one needs to connect. There we go. And now we need the dog to push that lever to connect those two, so that the gas feeds right back into the machine. Boom. Nailed it.
Come on, guys.
Come on, guys. We did it. Emil, let's go. Coming.
Come on, man. Let's get out of here.
I love this dude's dialogue. It's awesome. Ooh, there's the Zeppelin. Save us, Coral. Not good. Ladle. Alright, so Freddy went up top. And that was an item. Okay. Did not miss that. Ha. Gas canister deployment strategy. Gas canister deployment strategies were simple, but they did depend on the weather, especially on winds. Gas use required a constant downward towards enemy lines to avoid the gas returning to its sender, right? Any battle plans were therefore dependent on the weather forecast. That makes a lot of sense. Okay. Got another puzzle here. We got a lever which pulls up the rope. We have a ladder which we need to get down. I see that bone up there. And an item to the right. Emil, hurry up. Alright. Oh, our dog found something. What the hell was that?
What?
What? Another item. Sweet. Belgian shako. The Belgian army distinctive shako resembled the top hat with a rim replaced by a visor. Okay, so this is a special hat. Very cool. Alrighty. So we're gonna get our dog up there.
What?
Yes, jump in the bucket. Good boy. Alright, now go fetch that bone, please. Okay, we need to get the bone from the dog. So we can hit that ladder down. Why can't the dog just lower the ladder? That'd be too convenient. Thank you. Okay, and so to get out of here, how the hell are we gonna get out of here? Oh, I can, okay, let's bring him to the bucket. We'll bring him back up. We need him up here with us. Anyways, Climb up. He needs help. We're gonna use the bone.
Yes,
Make sure we don't miss it. Oh! Nailed it. Oh, we can't get there without him. Okay, how do we, Well... So what can we do? Don't quite want to use the help menu yet. What can we do up here? Oh, we need to activate this. Oh, we activate it with the bone. Okay. Cool.
Thank
Got
you,
him.
friend. You in? Don't worry, friend.
Cut us through, Freddy. And a pocket watch. Timing was an important factor. Yeah, pocket watches were the only way to tell the time. Oh shit. Dig, Emil, dig! Oh shit. I might have been too slow. Woo, that was close. And here is that character we saw from the diaries that we don't know yet.
Her name was Anna, a Belgian student living in Paris. She was hard on the trail of her missing father. For once, fate smiled on them. They were all going in the same direction. But while approaching Vimy, a German squadron spotted them.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and pause the game right there. This episode, I think this is a good point to stop this episode. So yeah, so we're learning a bit more about each character. We finally found, I already forgot her name, was it Sarah? So this new character that we saw in the diaries that we didn't really know yet. And it looks like we're going to be taking a little drive here. But I'm going to go ahead and stop this episode. Still enjoying the game so far. Learning a lot about the different like items, different strategies being used from both sides of the war. This is a pretty sweet game. If you have any tips or suggestions on how to record the following episodes, it seems like there's a lot to be read in the hints or not the hints, in the diaries and in the facts. And so if you have any suggestions on what you would like to see, if you'd like me to go through each fact or, just sort of gloss over some of those, just let me know. But so far I'm really enjoying the gameplay still. So yeah. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Yeah, buddy.